Hey guys, it's Tammy. I am here. I am pumped. I am ready and I'm excited. I have joined a new team this week, and this is after me being a realtor for 2.5 years. But before I dive into what team I actually went into that I am so excited about, I want to give some quick tips to our beginner real estate agents. Now, 2 years ago, when I completed my real estate agent license and was ready, I kind of knew I wanted to go with a particular company because I have met them before. I did a transaction with them before. And so I felt, that it was a good team to get onto. 2 years later, if I had known, if I had done the tips that I'm about to share with you right now, I would have been in a better position. So here we go. So for me, this is tips for beginner real estate agent. Tip number 1, know your worth. Okay? What I mean by that is you have completed your real estate exam, you have studied for your course, and you have passed your course successfully, which means that at this particular time, with all that you have done and with you getting your license, you are in a pretty good position. And so that alone, I am saying, know your worth. You have completed, you have studied, you have gained your license, and so therefore you're in a pretty good position to be able to go out there and to be able to work with individuals based on the knowledge that you have attained and the knowledge that you have successfully passed for. So one, know that you are knowledgeable and know that you have the ability to be able to perform the transactions that are needed for real estate. Okay, so that's one. Tip number 2, okay, don't underestimate yourself. Now, 2 years ago, when I started as a real estate agent, I underestimated myself because I was new. I felt that I needed to probably go with a company that I know already, or a company that know me, because they did a transaction with me, and I feel that if I go and interview with them, because they know me, they would be able to take me on board, and I will be able to be in a good position because they know me, and I felt like if I go and I interview with them, I was good to go. When I say know your worth and don't underestimate yourself, I felt that I couldn't have gone to another big agent or another big group because I felt that I didn't have the experience and the knowledge at that time that I needed to be able to go and work for another group that may not know me. Okay? That was a wrong decision, because what I should have done, okay, is make sure that I also interview the brokerage that I am going to go into. So in not underestimating myself, just as I said before in the first tip, know your worth. So in tip number 2, don't underestimate yourself, which means that you are just as valuable, okay? Whether you are new or seasoned, you have the ability to do real estate deals, and so therefore in this you have become valuable, and so therefore know that you're valuable, and know that whatever team you're gonna be on, that you are a valuable asset, and that you are a valuable person on that team. So when you're going in, don't just consider that you are not experienced. Also focus on the fact that your brokerage also needs to be an experienced group. Your brokerage also needs to be doing the transactions that they need to do in order to be a successful group, so that you can be able to be a part of a successful group, and a part of group that will help you to grow, and a part of group that will help you to get to where you need to be and actually fulfill your goals. Okay, now tip number 3, know what's happening in the market. Like, know what market it is. Know the difference between a buyer's market and a seller's market. And if you don't already know, right now it's a seller's market. So what that means is right now the inventories are actually low and the demands are high. So in that case, when you are, whether you are a buyer's agent or whether you are a seller's agent, you have to understand the difference with the market, because then you have to then develop different strategies, as I would go into tip number 4, to be able to approach the market and to be able to bridge that gap. And when I say gap, I mean, if you're a buyer's agent, you're going to want your buyer to be successfully connected to the property that which they're going to purchase. And if you're a seller's agent, you're going to want to be connecting your seller to a buyer to complete the transaction. So in that case, know what market you're in, do your research, and so forth. So right now, with it being a seller's market, you have to be able to work with your buyers in a more aggressive way, I would say. And when I say aggressive, I mean go beyond your norm, go beyond the typical. So when I say typical and norm, I'm saying go beyond the routine. Because what happened is, now if you have a buyer looking to get a home, you have to now, most of the time, compete with other agents that have already put in an offer or a multiple offer situation. So you have to know how to handle that. And if you are a listing agent on a property, you have to then be able to properly comp your home that you're selling, but at the same time know what how high you can list a home to attract the buyers, or know how low you can be in terms of what position or what area. So if you are a seller's agent, you have to be able to readily identify what the comp is in the area that that property is, so that you can price correctly to attract the right buyers. Now, yes, a lot of sellers are pricing really high right now, but pricing high, you have to price high but correctly. So when I say high and correctly is know what the comp is in that area. And yes, if you're going over extra 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever the case may be, know how high you can go within that area to be able to capture the right buyer and to have the buyer be able to purchase that home. Because in some cases, if the home is overly priced, then you're not really going to attract those buyers. And if the home is overly priced and your buyers have a certain type of loan, then your loan is not going to go over an appraised value. So let's say the property is $280,000 and your seller decide to sell it for, let's say, $320,000. If the loan comes back and your client is approved for $280,000 at a purchase price, then your buyer would then have to find the additional amount out of pocket. So you have to be able to properly evaluate, to properly price your property within this market. Okay. Tip number 4, develop your strategies. So right now, with it being a seller's market, the inventory, as I said, is low. And so therefore, a lot of agent has to be able to get out there and market and be able to attract owners, property owners, who then would be open to selling or listing their properties. And so therefore, same thing with if you do have a listing, you have to be able to then attract a buyer to your listing. Now with COVID, yes, now with COVID, things has changed. I remember when I started 2 years ago, the market, you enter into it and you could still do, some things like, going out, you could do door knocking, you could, send postage out, you could still do your mailers, you could still try to interact with sellers. But now, of course, with COVID and social distancing, agents don't get to do that as much anymore. So that means that in regards to your market, now your marketing strategy has to change. Now the wave of marketing and the strategy of where things are going, and I say wave because of the flow, like how things are going right now, it's mainly online. Okay, so strategize, meaning figure out how you're going to be able to market. And when I say market, mean what is your audience going to be? Who are you trying to attract? Are you trying to attract individuals that are trying to downsize? Are you trying to attract individuals that want to upsize? Are you trying to attract homes with divorcees, or are you trying to attract senior owners? Know what you want. Try to be able to narrow it down to a specialty so that you can own in on that and be able to gain more success with you being consistent and being able to develop different strategies to make it happen. So know what you want to do and be able to strategize would be my next tip. Now, tip number 5, do your research. So now tip number 5 is do your research. Okay, and when I say do your research, I mean research the different real estate companies that are out there and figure out, based on what they're offering, what it is that you would like to get or to achieve. And with the different real estate organization or companies or brokerage, interview them. Definitely see if they do assist new agents, what are the softwares that they provide or the resources that they provide. Okay, research the different real estate groups, real estate agencies that are out there so that you can find the right fit for you. Tip number 6, know what you want. Okay, so you are a new real estate agent, you are now ready, you want to dive into real estate, but before you do that, you also have to know what it is that you want out of real estate. Are you looking for a certain income per month? Are you looking for a certain leads per week, per day? What it is that you want to be able to experience success in real estate. Once you know what you want, then after you've researched your brokerage or your team that you're gonna go on, then at that time you'll be readily able to connect with that team, because you know exactly what your desire is and what your plan is and what your income stream looks like, or what you want your income stream to look like. Okay, and then finally, execute. And when I say execute, I mean go ahead and select that team and be able to move forward into the direction that you want to go in. Now, I said in the beginning that I'm gonna let you know what agency I went with, and that I was excited about in the beginning of the video. And so the reason why I actually chose that team was because I was looking for a new company that has team leadership, a new company that actually provide resources to its agent, a company that allows agent to network throughout the different regions or throughout different areas. And luckily, this actual agency actually allows nationwide connection. And not only do they allow nationwide connection, they're also now crossing over into international connection with international agents. So this week alone, I was able to connect with individuals from Philadelphia, from Rhode Island, from Michigan, from Virginia, you name it. And I'm here in Florida. So I loved it, and I am so excited that I actually chose that since I have connected with eXp Realty. I just feel so much more energized and pushed because I feel like I have all these resources at my fingertips. One thing I love with them is that they have a Facebook platform that is just for work, like for the team. And on this platform, you can readily, by the click of a button or by the click, connect with an agent across state. If I have a referral for an individuals in Virginia, I can just go ahead and reach out to Virginia, and I'd be able to connect with that agent and get a referral. This company also provides the opportunity for me not only to get a commission, but for me to get a commission and also be able to get other opportunities on top of my commission. So opportunities like mentorship, and if in the long run I want to build a team within my region, being able to be a part of a revenue share, which gives me the ability to take a portion of my commission and actually put towards my retirement, put towards my future. And so I am excited, I am driven, and that's why I wanted to share this video, because with you being a new agent, I want you to from the start, make the right decision for yourself, for your future, be a part of the right team so that you can truly use your energy and use your time in the most effective way. And so with eXp Realty, I have now the ability and the drive and the tools and the lead generation tools that I need to gain the client and really be able to accomplish real estate in the way that I want to in terms of transactions and sale. And so if you are looking for an agency and you haven't selected an agency yet, feel free to DM me, because in order to join eXp Realty, they advise, or on your application, you're going to need to list a sponsor. And so I will be happy to sponsor you. Just go ahead and DM me or send me a comment. And in sponsorship, I will be open to being one-on-one contact, be in one-on-one contact with you to really get you through the beginning process. And after that, you can take off, because I took off. I got sponsored, and then after that, I was able to be a part of the growing team of real estate agent, and so I am excited. So if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and like, send me a comment, and I am happy to be able to share more real estate tip to beginners. Good luck, you guys. You guys can do it, and I wish you guys all the best. Okay, take care.